Right. Good day, guys. Good day, guys. Hope you're well. Hope you're good. Thank you for joining me for yet another episode of Talking All Things OHS. And in this episode, I was just looking at different things to do with incidents. I think episode 15 or 16 or 17, I'm not sure. I was talking about causes of incidents. Then I talked about the cost of an incident. And right now, I just want to touch on something small called the incident ratio. Incident ratio, very, very critical aspect in terms of OHS management, the incident ratio. Now, the incident ratio just speaks of a relationship between several factors with regards to incidents, that is, near misses, damage to property, minor illnesses, major illnesses, and deaths. So there is a ratio there which we usually work with. Generally, we say these are give or take throwaway stats and throwaway ratios. You know, it's not scientific, but it's just throwaway stats which we usually work with, where we are saying for every 100 near misses, which is ample, almost an incident, almost an accident, it's a near miss. For every 100 near misses which happen and which go unsolved, undiscussed, uninvestigated, if those near misses are uninvestigated, unsolved, undiscussed, and they just go and they happen and nothing is done concerning those near misses, we're saying that for every 100 of those, there is usually 30 damage to property incidences which involve damage to property. And for every 30 incidents where there's damage to property, there's usually 10 possible incidents where there is minor injury. And for every 10 possible minor injuries, there is 2 disabling injuries or serious injuries. And for every 2 serious injuries, most likely from that 100, as it cascades, there is a possibility of a death happening. Now, the reason I'm bringing up this ratio is, listen, I'm not worried about the stats about the ratio or the correctness thereof. But the point which is critical here is the foundation is like a pyramid. It's like a pyramid, where at the base of the pyramid are the near misses, the 100 near misses. The second level of the pyramid is the damage to property. The third level is the minor injury. The fourth level, as it is going like this, the fourth level will be the serious injuries, and the fifth level is the death. Now, before we get to the pinnacle where there is the death, that one serious death, there is the base where there is the 100 near misses, where it was ample near misses, close calls. And that's where the focus is. That's where the main point is I want to talk about. Actually, in some organizations, they run campaigns where they say, guys, report near misses, report near misses. No one will be disciplined for reporting near misses, because the more we discuss, the more we investigate near misses, the more we avert the danger which is going up the pyramid. If all 100 near misses are checked out, investigated, looked into, we won't have as much damage to property. If we don't have as much damage to property, we won't have as much minor injuries. If we don't have minor injuries, we won't have major injuries. No major injuries, no death. It death may come from nowhere, unless if it's a freak accident. But it happens, or my major injuries, they don't just come from nowhere. They happen because there have been certain levels which have been ignored. So our role as safety officers, our role as managers and supervisors is to make sure that the base of the near misses, the almost accidents, every time they happen, they are investigated, they are reported, they are dealt with, and we do fact finding so as to avoid reoccurrence of those near misses. Not fault finding, don't worry about fault finding, fact finding to avoid reoccurrence. What's my encouragement? My encouragement is near misses have to be reported. Run a campaign within your organization. Put posters around encouraging people to report near misses, to mention near misses, to investigate near misses, supervisors to look at near misses, so that we find a way of dealing with them so that we avoid reoccurrence of those things. And when we deal with the base of near misses in this incident ratio, you'll notice that the rest which going up the pyramid is dealt with, and there is a great reduction in incidents and accidents. That's the concept of the incident ratio and how it applies to us as occupational health practitioners. Hope that makes sense. Hope that adds value to your body of knowledge when it comes to issues to do with health and safety. It's just a discussion, Jay, just to sharpen each other, and I hope you're sharpened as you look at these aspects. Give me a shout if you need training, if your organization needs first aiders trained, firefighters trained. Give us a call. I'll come through and do the training myself so that you can get the best of service, best of training, so that you get value for money. Thank you very much for joining me for this episode. It's episode 17 or 18, I'm not sure. Thank you so much. Have a good day and keep well. Contact Jasper at Ndebele and Partners, one word, Ndebele and Partners .com, or 7627333123. You can get in touch whether via WhatsApp or otherwise. Thank you very much. Keep well. Bye-bye.